Good afternoon. Hello, Elaine. How are you?
Good.
Glad to be here with everybody today for this edition of Office Hours. Certainly, as you know, if you have any questions, just post them in the chat box. They'll come up. We'll be able to have a look at them and answer your questions as we go through. We do have some information to cover with you today about some new things going on and all that good stuff. And so let's go, Elaine. What do you got?
Okay, so well, first of all, welcome everyone. Hi, Hazel. Maybe we should do a giveaway today, Dad. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Give something away. So great. So a couple things going on. We are going to be at the Land Rover 3-day event at the Horse Park, at the Kentucky Horse Park, April 27th through May 1st.
I was going to say, when is it? April 27th through May 1st?
Yeah, we're booth 319 on the hill. So if you're going to be there, come to booth 319 on the hill. Land Rover Kentucky 3-day event. Again, the 27th of April through the 1st of May. So we'll be there. If you are in town, come check us out, see what we got going on. We'd love to see you. Hi, Melissa. Hi, KL. Look at all the wonderful people. Joanne. Make sure you put your name at the end of your comment. I see some of you are doing that. Hi, Leslie. So then let's see what else we got going on. We have hands-on training has started up again, and it is hands-on training is unique this year because instead of being at one of the places we've had it in the past, we're actually doing it at the MagnaWave Integrative Equine Facility, which is in right outside Louisville in Prospect. And it is where we actually have horses that come off the track. They finish their career with, being a thoroughbred horse and racehorse. And they are actually, starting their second career. And we work to rehabilitate them and work with a company called Second Stride, who actually helps with starting and training them on their second career and getting them rehomed somewhere else. So that's something that we're really proud of this year is this new MagnaWave facility. And so, yeah, it's cool. It's a great place to go. Plus, you get to see some really amazing horses there, as well as Hawakam, which was my horse. And he has won over $1 million in races and is living out there. So it's a really cool facility. So if you would like to come out, check that out, as well as do the hands-on training, which is, working with those horses, but it's also back here at MagnaWave, where we talk marketing, small animal treatments, everything like that. So that is almost every single Friday coming up, or several Fridays a month in the spring and summer and fall. You can get signed up for that by going to emailing education@magnawavepmf.com. Obviously, this is for people who've done their certification program, who have a MagnaWave machine. It doesn't matter how long you've had that machine. Go ahead. If you would like to come here and have lunch with us and meet the crew and learn more, education@magnawavepmf.com. But that's the first two.
Hey, do we have pictures of this facility?
Not yet, Dad.
Okay.
Not yet.
It's coming up.
We will, though. We will. We're doing a big ribbon cutting. It hasn't happened. So right now it's you go there, you can see the stuff, but we are still finishing up some signage and stuff. So when that's done, we will have pictures for people.
Great.
Yeah, so there's several more things. We have some winners to announce from our sticker contest at the end of the broadcast today. And that person wins an LZR. So that's a big thing. We're also going to do some giveaways for you guys today. If you ask questions for us in the comments, then we will answer them. And just based on your engagement, we'll pick a number and you could win a prize. I don't know what the prize is going to be yet, but we will figure it out.
Going to put something out there.
You're going to win something. Yes, something. So let's see if we have any questions. I think we got a whole bunch of hellos. I've been getting a lot of questions lately about the difference between analog machines and digital machines.
Right.
Because that can be kind of like, if you're shopping for a machine, it can be kind of overwhelming. Like, why would I buy it? What's the difference between a gas car and an electric car? Maybe you could go into that a little bit and explain that to everyone.
Well, actually, as we've talked many times, the science behind the digital and the analog is exactly the same. It's just that the signal is produced digitally as opposed to a live actual spark chamber. And the biggest challenge has been over the years is that there's a lot of analog devices on the market, not so many digitals, and the digital is different. The best way that I always like to describe it is the analog machine makes a very sharp point. When it fires, it comes up very sharp point at the top, and then a rapid decay, as they call it. Well, you feel that sharpness of the signal. So you can feel the signal on both digital and analog, but you feel it more because it's a sharper point. On the analog device, it's more like a number 2 pencil that's been used. There's just a little bit of bulb on the end of the signal as it comes up. It's just rounded, so it's softer softer as the body. Some people, if they're familiar with analog, they prefer to have the analog type of feel. Others, if they, as I say, grow up with the digital, then they prefer the digital and they like the digital. It does take a little getting used to when you're doing it, but one thing that can happen with the digital more easily is that you can put more energy into the body in a more comfortable manner because it is a softer entry of the signal that enters into the body. So that's the primary difference in the two. Certainly the digital, without having actual spark chambers and a lot of things like that, a lot of it is on the board. I'm going to say they both last a long time, but a digital, if you take care of it, you can maybe never need any service or anything like that. So that's the only thing to consider there, and just being used to it.
Yeah, and especially, for me, I guess if you're traveling overseas, if you're somebody who goes overseas or is living overseas, I would recommend a digital machine just because there is no required maintenance. And like you said, with the growing up, it's usually the first machine you try. If you try digital, then you compare everything to the first thing you try. So if you try sushi sometime and it was disgusting, or it was, let's say, amazing, the best sushi you've ever had, every sushi roll from there on out is going to be compared to that first experience, right? So how everything is. And I think that people who are very passionate about digital are very passionate about digital. But speaking of digital machines, we have the newest digital machine on the market, available now for order. It is the Maya Pro, and this machine is incredible, and it is available for purchase right now. You can purchase the Maya Pro on our website. We are shipping in May, if not sooner. And the cool thing about this machine is it runs the actual frequency 1 through 20 that you can actually change those settings 1 through 20, but it also underneath has the Schumann resonance running underneath that frequency at each setting, as well as the Schumann resonance that runs by itself on the first setting when you turn the machine on, which is pretty cool. So you get that frequency of the earth right there for you. It also has some warmth in the coils, which is fantastic for another just relaxing added benefit to the machine. And it can run the splitter. So you can split the attachments and it will run full strength on both attachments. So they'll be the same setting. So if you're on a 9, it's going to be a 9 on both settings. You're not actually splitting the signal. You are getting the full signal in both attachments, which is pretty cool. And I would say, I don't know, Dad, what's another really cool part about it? It's easy to travel with. It comes in 120 or for United States or Europe, both power settings. It's just an excellent machine. No required maintenance. It's the strongest, most durable, and I would say most unique digital PMF device in the world. So there's really nothing else on the market like this.
Cool. That's exciting. Order them today.
Yeah. It's there. It's there. Maya Pro. Order yours now. It is available. We have 6 months, same as cash options. And yeah, I'm excited about it because it's been a labor of love for both of us to work on this machine and really get to build. I think one of the things we don't talk about a lot is that MagnaWave manufactures every single piece of equipment that we sell here on our PMF line, as well as designs each of those. So we firsthand manufacture and design every PMF machine that we have, and we listen to our customers, and then we put those wonderful options into our machines. So it has that 0 to 90 minute timer, so you can set it at any time in between there. I mean, just there is nothing else like the Maya Pro on the market that is, literally portable. Any digital machine that is as strong as this machine, it is 85 pounds. Okay. There's nothing like that. Our machine, we are talking, I can lift it up and down like this. It's in a briefcase. You can put it in the overhead compartment of a plane. It is the best digital PMF machine on the market. That's it. I'm done.
There you have it.
Okay. All right. We had a couple of questions. Joanne asked if they could update their bios in the practitioner portal on our website. Absolutely. Joanne, just log in the practitioner portal at MagnaWavePMF.com and you can update there under the My Account setting. Let's see. Is it okay to use the LZR at the same time we are using the MagnaWave machine? Will they interfere with each other? That's Jessica Doyle asked.
There you go. And you can use them at the same time. Sometimes with the analog machine, they do kind of fight each other a little bit. So in many cases, use your LZR, then come back and do your MagnaWave. If you're running the MagnaWave on a lower setting and you want to use your LZR at the same time, you can do that. And
it depends on the body, right? You don't want to put it right in the middle of the coil. Like if you want to use the PMF and then, do the LZR on a different part of the body, that's fine.
Absolutely. If you using them at the same time inside the same area can be a little conflicting to the two devices, but you're absolutely right. If you want to treat the head or the pole with the LZR while you're working on the sacral area with the large loop or something like that, you can certainly do whatever you want to do.
Okay, so someone's asked treatment times. Example of overall wellness, analog was 25 to 30 minutes. Simi was double. Now I see the app has changed. It's confusing many on the CERT page. New practitioners are out in the field doing 60-minute body, not legs, or focus added sessions. Too much, too long, not harming, but making those of us more educated and following guidelines like we are shortening sessions. So I want to address this one first really quickly. First of all, so much to unpack. Simi was double. Okay. The Simi that we came out with that we originally had was totally different than the Simi 10 that we now sell. So if you were talking about the low, medium, and high Simi that we sold 7 years ago to the Simi that we now manufacture and sell ourselves, those are two different strength machines. And so that's why one is the Simi 10 and one is the original Simi. The Simi 10 is different. It's stronger. Now, when it comes to treatment times, that is totally based on what the setting of the machine is. So you could have a Julian and do a 60-minute session on a horse because it might be on a 2. So if that's the case and you want to do a full body session on a horse, low and slow, that's fine. So, but to say that every horse, 25 to 30 minutes, usually we can get through a horse's body, but with a higher powered machine, but that's not always the case. There is no perfect time limit for any animal or person. Something that I've been really talking about and pondering with in my mind that I talked to a practitioner about the other day is, let's say you go out and do a session and your machine is 1 through 20, okay? And you go do a session on a horse and you can only get that machine up to a 1. All right. That's why it's so great to have the faceplate with the actual settings. You can't turn that machine up any more than a 1. I would look at that customer and say, you need 19 sessions. Okay, listen, this is great. You need 19 sessions because your horse is so sore and we are getting so much and they are not happy. I would say you need 19 sessions to get where you want to be. This is just a baseline for practitioners. If it's 1 through 10, you would say, I think you need 9 more sessions of this. And we're going to slowly try to get your horse where they're comfortable. It's a baseline. I'm not saying you need to get the horse to handle 10 at setting 10, but I think it's a great way for you to know how many sessions to recommend, because that is a huge problem in our industry is people's like, how many sessions? That's a good trick of the trade. But when it comes to sessions on an animal, I never, ever, ever talk about time. I go in there and I say a session can vary between 1 hour and 15 minutes. My cost to do that session is $100. No matter if it's 15 minutes or 1 hour, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to look at your animal and I'm going to give them the absolute best that I can give them. And in the beginning, the sessions will be longer, but then they may get less, but then the animal may have an issue at a show or have an issue after performance, and I may have to do that hour again. The session is not based on time. It is based on my experience and my knowledge and what I'm bringing to the table. You never want to base your sessions or worry about anybody else, what they are doing time-wise. Okay, Dad.
No, what is there to say? I can tell you that in the beginning, I did 20-minute sessions, 25-minute sessions, unless I was going to go work on the ankles and the feet and that type of thing. Because if you're treating the upper body and you're improving the blood flow, that blood's going to go into the legs and you're going to get good oxygenated blood throughout the body. So you're getting some healing effect or improving overall blood flow in the animal in that type of situation. And I know when we first started using the large wave wings with the Simis, you could do a same session because you didn't go to high. You went to medium perhaps, or even on low, because we were stimulating so much tissue on the body with the large wings. So all of a sudden you were able to do a full body treatment using the wave wings and moving them 2 or 3 times in the same 30 minutes or so. And so some people get a little confused and they think, okay, I got to show these folks that I'm giving them the value that I have, so I have to go an hour or an hour and a half. And that is not the case. You want to address what needs to be done. Your time is valuable, and you want to help these people understand what you're doing.
Right. And a lot of times, like if you're treating the pole of the animal and they're relaxing and it's on a low session, you may want to do that for a few minutes longer some days. And then maybe the beautiful thing about the stronger machines is that you can treat the bone issues, go through a cast much easier. You could pull an abscess out of a hoof. Humans actually take a larger magnetic field than horses. So, sometimes that extra strength is valuable there. But when it comes to the lower power machines, horses take less of a magnetic field. And people sometimes think, I need this huge machine. And trust me, for us as a company, you buying a bigger machine, you would think that me telling you this would not be a good thing, right? But I am telling you that unless you are doing more than 5 sessions a day on horses, you do not need a big machine. If you're doing more than 5 sessions a day, the reason that we say that you need to get a Soul Pro or up for that is because you are going to be carrying that machine around a barn, or you're going to be using it all over the place. And that machine is built to run time after time after time after time after time. So if you have 10 or 12 horses, like you would in a maniac day at a show, that machine's going to be able to do that for you. But if you are just doing, 3 sessions a day, 2 sessions a day, you can go with a lower power unit and have a fantastic result, just like the bigger machines. It's about it's about wear and tear, not so much strength and time.
Correct. And you're absolutely right. The more powerful machines just give you some more availability. Like you said, if you want to work on if you find yourself in a practice that's doing a lot of ankles and feet, and there are people that do that, and they just kind of specialize in a particular area, or the vet that's using them, or people recommending them for that type of work, then a more powerful machine is quicker for you, allowing you to do more work. But as you pointed out, a lot of times when someone's got a high power machine that'll go up to 20 and they don't treat ankles and feet, they never get above 5 or 6. They're using the more lower spectrum of what the device will do. And they do that very effectively. And again, back in the beginning, we only had one type of machine. And so we made it do everything, but people requested different situations. And so it's entirely possible today to have a low power machine and be very effective, and a high power machine to give you more availability and more versatility.
Yep. Okay, great. So let's see. Hi, Joy from Ohio. I recently purchased a Soul Pro. I'll show this one. I recently purchased a Soul Pro as a second machine for my business. I want to give a shout out to my rep, Tim Gleason.
Hey, Timmy.
Hey, Timmy. He has a solution for my issues. Thank you. Hey, we love Tim. I'm going to tell you what, we love Tim. He's a great gift giver. He's a great friend. He's a great time. Him and his wife, Peggy, have been friends, and their family have been friends. Dad, how long has Tim been your friend?
30 years.
Yeah, because
You were
like,
you were a kid,
10
years old when we met Tim and Peggy. That's correct.
Yes. And I used to hang out and play with his daughter, Shannon. And now he has worked with us, and he's amazing. So thank you so much, Sherry. We love to hear good things. There is nothing better when you're running a business than to hear positive feedback. I'll tell you that. Sometimes that doesn't get there. Sometimes you only hear the bad things, but then you love to hear the good things.
That's right.
Okay. Does the Semi 3 run the Schumann resonance under the other settings, Leslie? Now, I believe some of the originals don't, but then halfway through that machine was updated, I believe. Leslie, if you want to know if yours does, we have a tweeter. If you don't have a tweeter, it's a little, I might have one on my desk.
Yeah, it's a little
black. Yeah, it's a little black speaker, and you actually can put it over the coil, and you will hear the clicking on both. Again, MagnaWave manufactures all of our machines now. There was a point where we were a distributor for another company. That is when the Semi 3 was manufactured. It was not manufactured under MagnaWave as we know now. We still back that machine up and do all the support and help you with it. But when they made that switch, I am not sure, just to be 100% honest. Let's see. Let's see.
For any other questions?
Yes. People are just saying never base my sessions on time. More time and more time is not sure why the more time and more time is the goal. It's not the goal. You're right. People are like, oh, I need more and more. I mean, we do this at the Wellness Club. People come in and they think, oh my gosh, I need like 5 hours doing vibration and da-da-da-da-da. No. What we need to do is talk to you today, see how you're feeling, and we need to focus on your body. And if you're doing the same thing every day, you're messing it all up, like you need to be checking in with the owner of the animals and making sure that you know where they are that day. Look at them. I think what's really powerful for me when I see an equine practitioner is the ones that really get into body work and understanding the movement of the animals, because there are so many other classes. If you have not tried, I believe it's Therasage, fantastic as an equine massage program. I highly, highly, highly recommend them in terms of like coming with ways to, just read horses better. That's so important to just be able to look at their eyes and look at their body and look at their body language and know what they're doing.
Well, use your hands. I mean, the people that learn the massage, what their hands can tell them, what the machine will tell them, what their hands will tell them, what they can relay to the customer, just increases your validity and your authority and the customer's belief in what you're doing.
Okay, we're getting questions about MagnaCon. Okay, so MagnaCon 2024, it's definitely going to be in Louisville this year. The reason being, okay, I know some of you know this, some of you don't, but we have decided to move from 12,000 square feet here in Louisville to what, Dad?
35,000.
35,000 square feet facility. So this year, you all, we are moving our entire manufacturing and business facility into a huge building. There's a bunch of stuff going on, stuff that we did not expect whenever we announced MagnaCon last year. I did not know that this was going to need to happen. And here we are. So, fun times, but it is fun. It's amazing. The facility is going to be mind-blowingly beautiful, and it's going to allow us to grow and service and do everything so much better for you all. So that's great. But with that being said, for us to plan an event, because I don't know if you all know this, but MagnaCon is planned by us, everybody in this building, and it is a labor of love. And for us to be able to move our entire facility and do all of that, as well as plan an out-of-town MagnaCon, I don't see us giving you our best. So we are going to keep it in Louisville. It's probably still going to be in June, a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in June. We have some dates in fall. I have turned into Churchill for the dates to see if we can get into Churchill. I've also requested a couple really cool places in Louisville for us to do another event. And I've looked into a couple different locations here in Louisville. I expect to have Churchill is kind of wonky. They give me a kind of okay and then won't tell me really until January. I'm waiting for that kind of okay until I say the exact dates. But it will be in Louisville. It will most likely be in June unless Churchill comes in with a curveball. And then we should have more information. Hopefully by next office hours, I will hopefully have it. Again, this is us planning it. And if you know a good event planner in Louisville, Kentucky, send it my way. I would love some help with that. But other than that, that's where we are right now. Do you work with both horses and dogs at hands-on day? Yes. That was easy. Horses and dogs. We talk all about small animals.
What is the best way to perform a demo on a horse? Treat the horse. Talk to the person. What's going on with the animal? And I keep going back to when we began 25 years ago or 20 some years ago. No one knew what it was. And so I would ask them, let me treat one of your horses. Let me treat you. The best way to do a demo on a horse is to have somebody who's maybe having a headache or has a little issue in their back. Let them feel it. They'll understand how it's going to make them feel, and then do an overall treatment on the animal. You're shortchanging yourself if you think, well, I'm going to do 5 minutes just to show you what it does. If you're going to do a demo, do a demo. Show them that they're going to get the changes they're looking for. Show them that the horse will become comfortable. If they have an issue in their back or they have an issue in their shoulders, treat those areas along with everything else. Let them experience what happens. 95% of the time, they see something that happens right now. They get on the animal or they take the dog out and they get a better range of motion. Comfort is there and everything works in that fashion. So if you're going to do a demo, do a full demo.
Yeah, and I would like to say set that expectation when you're going in. That's probably one of the biggest things. People give away too much for free. Say, I would be happy to give you this demo for free today and show you how this works. But after that, it's blah, 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 blah session. And then say, because I want to show you how amazing this is, I'm going to give you this for free. Put value on it, right? And then when you're doing that session and you're going over the horse, showing them that the horse is going to relax is key. When they see their horse that's when they're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, right? Like, even if they may not get they will get results, but maybe sometimes the horse needs 2 or 3 sessions, right? But you're at least showing that the horse enjoys it and likes it, because a lot of times people first see it and they're like, oh, the horse has got to be hurting. And no, the horse is loving it.
Correct. Longer power cord. Sure, you can order a longer power cord.
Yep. You can order a longer power cord. Our power cords are the standard power cords that are required by our electrical safety testing. So the power cords that we are giving you are the power cords that we have to give you. If you would like to order a longer power cord, it is a power cord that's a basic power cord for a desktop computer or TV. You can easily search them up on Amazon, look at your power cord, make sure the plugs match, and order whatever size you want. They're not expensive, most of the time under $20. It's just that we cannot supply in a range of 1 million power cords, or you can always use an extension cord. We just have to keep it kosher with electrical safety testing.
Correct.
What's the latest on the Nova? Phyllis, the Nova, good question, Phyllis. The Nova HD by Aura Wellness is going to be available sometime this month. We are working on the website. We will be rolling out Nova HD marketing within the next few weeks, and you will start seeing that on social media. I have some amazing advertisements that we've approved, and it's rocking and rolling. So if you would like to get a Nova HD, reach out to your MagnaWave practitioner. They can get you in the right direction. Or your MagnaWave product specialist, and they can get you in the right direction. Or email sales@mwpmf.com. And if you are confused about the Nova HD, it is our FDA registered PMF device that we are selling for human use, that we are going sales@magnawavepmf.com can get you in the right direction to hook you up with an Aura rep to get you where you need to be in order to get the Nova HD. It is available for purchase right now. But we aren't marketing yet because I had to, build the things for the marketing.
Deb asked the question, will the frequency go through rubber or plastic? I'm wondering what the box that the horse stands on is made of. There's a rubber covering on that particular box. The signal, the magnetic field will penetrate virtually anything except lead. Just like the X-ray type of situation or X-ray devices. So it'll penetrate right through a wall. Will it go through a cast? Yes. Is there more resistance? Yes. So it does get buffered a little bit when it goes through situations like that, but it will certainly go right through plastic or a cast. If the animal is casted or bandaged, it will go through the bandage or whatever in order to get there. The only thing that I've ever experienced is lead and chicken wire. Chicken wire, for some reason, the way it's out there, the signal kind of bounces around and it just doesn't get through the chicken wire as effectively as it would. Now, why is that an issue?
It's the circles.
Yeah, it's the circles. Exactly. So
yeah, it's the circles. And so I think, yeah, she's right. We wouldn't put the coil in there if it didn't penetrate all the way through.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, and it's stall matting, it's heavy duty stall matting. And let me tell you what, we've made some major changes to the mat guard over the last few months. It is now one continuous piece at the bottom. It holds up way better. We are having it made in such a fantastic structure where it used to be wood in the past. We have learned. That's all we do here is learn, and then we make new. So we've redone our Zoom boxes, redone our mat guards. I actually shot some really great videos about that last week. Tony, you better post them for the people now. But it's super cool. It's one piece all the way around, and it's got the highest grade mat guard that penetrates the best. I believe Teresa even threw it off the top of some hay barn to test it. She was like, let's see what they're going to do with it, and tossed it off. And we tried to break it and couldn't. So yeah, go check it out. But I will say this. Horses are heavy. So if you have a Zoom paddle or a Zoom box or a mat guard, eventually it will wear out that matting and you will have to get a new one. That is just part of the game. We can't make it so thick that it's indestructible, or else you are lessening the signal. So, the more that you use it, the more you're going to have to replace it, but they last as long time with proper storage and care.
KL asked the question, can a sole run a pet mat plus a butterfly loop with a splitter? The answer is yes, but the signal will be reduced because you are splitting it out of an older analog machine, but you can run the two of them together.
You can, and I just want to say with the sole and any of the analog devices that you are running a splitter with, the more you use the splitter, the faster you are wearing your machine down. If we are splitting the signal, you're going to have to turn it pretty much all the way up to get half of the settings. So that is like getting a speaker and turning it on full blast every day. And if that's what you're doing, if you're banging your speaker out, you're going to blow your speaker faster. So just keep that in mind when using the splitter. Use it, that's fine, but use it sparingly, and understand that if you are getting to a point with a sole that you are wanting to use the splitter all the time, it is time to look into a Julian Duo. The way the Julian Duo is made is to run it independently, 2 different settings. It's made to last and run those machines in there. It's built to be able to handle all of that extra strength. So please make sure that you keep that in mind.
There you go.
Because I've had people use that splitter every single day on a sole, and every year they need to replace things. And they're like, why is it wearing out so much? I'm like, dude, you are banging your speaker at full blast 6 hours a day. And it is, it's tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaker's tired. It's tired. Okay, let's see. I guess, Dad, you're more caught up.
Let's see.
Yes, especially when the horse is obese. I have a pet mat. Will it fit in the mat guard? Probably not. Probably not. It probably
Too thick.
It's too thick. Well, okay. I don't know what. Again, we get better, right? We like to improve. The original pet mats may fit in the mat guard. The current ones, we got a lot of feedback about the pet mats. People wanted them to be, especially for high strung dogs, they wanted it to be a place that they could leave the pet mat on the floor and the dog would be able to lay on it even when the machine wasn't running. And they wanted it to like be a place for the dog to be comfortable all the time. So we do, especially a lot of older dogs. So we did put a little bit, like we made it more foamy and better for those dogs to use as just a regular mat that happens to plug in to a machine. And that has been, we've got great feedback for that, but that does make it that it's not going to fit into that mat guard. Okay. Let's see.
We had some information. We were talking about the Maya Pro. You talked about that. It's available currently.
I got a good one. We got a good one. Hazel Reed, what's the best way to address a person that comes from a session for a specific problem, but then says, I have a problem in a bunch of other places? Okay, Hazel. Whoop. I love this one. This is a perfectly good one for me. I love this. So if they come for it, first of all, it's about setting the expectation. So if somebody walks in the door and they're like, I'm here to do a session on my knee. This is something that I've dealt with a lot using the Nova HD at my Wi-Fi Wellness Club. Okay. So when I am there and I have somebody come in for that, we don't talk about length of time. We don't talk about how much we're going to do. We talk about exactly what all of the issues are. We never really address one problem. In all of our consultations, it's, okay, you booked for the knee pain. What else is going on? Why don't we talk about everything that's going on? And we're not talking about diagnosing them. We aren't talking about treating them. What we want to know is how the equipment in the building that we use can best serve these people. And that's what I say. So if somebody comes in for knee pain specifically, and they said, but my back and my shoulder and blah, 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 blah. Well, what we say is, okay, well, today we have a 45-minute session booked for you at X amount of dollars. Okay. Let's try to get as much done. If we go over that, then we're going to have to add on an additional X amount of dollars. Or we say, we have 45 minutes available for you today, but at the end of that session, we have somebody else booked for this, so we can get you back on the books for the next time. So if they have a whole bunch of issues going on at the same time and you feel like they need more than that, then you just need to stress to them that you either have another appointment and you can't do it because maybe you do, or you need to say, hey, I only have X amount of time for you today. But what I can do is I can add on so much, or I can, if in order to do this much work on you, we're going to need more time next time. So, and then, you say to them, in the future, though, we may be able to do this and get just the same results in less time as your body becomes better. So that's the way I address it. As I talk a lot about this in my business starter course, and I'm going to be very real. And this is probably not the best thing to say publicly, but I'm going to do it anyways, because I don't care. And I feel like a lot of times human beings are obsessed with scarcity. Okay. They are obsessed with when things are busy, they want to be involved. So it is very important that you never say the words, I am open all week long. Okay. You are basically screaming, no one likes my business or what I do at all. And no one wants to come here today. Okay. So what you say is, I'm very busy. I can only give you this amount of time. And a perfect example of this is, we kind of did this whenever when I in the beginning, where we would say, oh, well, we got somebody tomorrow, but we didn't have anybody tomorrow, but we could fit you in today. We fit you in today. We have a few minutes. We had a cancellation, but we didn't have anybody. But we didn't have anybody all week, actually. But that to them was like, oh, I better get in because they're booked out all week. And I know that seems not truthful, but what it shows them is that you are in demand and that you are, because naturally in our brains, we think if nobody else is going, I don't want to go. Right. And this is that Harvard did a study about this, and they went to a I read this in a book. They went to a mall, like your local mall food court, and they took students from the university, and over like a 6-month period, they would pick a different restaurant to line the students up to eat between the like noon to 2 lunch hours. And so now these students didn't pay anything for this meal. They just went through the line, right? Every time they did that, every time the restaurant whenever there was people in the line, everybody gravitated to the line. And that restaurant did better than any of the other restaurants. That's why people hire actors to come to concerts, or they hire people to come and do things just to get themselves started. And so every restaurant did better when those people just lined up. If there's nobody in line at a place in the food court, you're going to be like, I bet it's gross, because look at all the people at Chick-fil-A. So nobody wants pizza here. Wonder why. I'm gonna go over here. So let's just
be busy.
I don't know where.
Be busy.
Yeah. And if you are wanting to get more awesome tips like that goes into our business starter course. That class is available right now. Please take it. If you are starting your business and you are struggling with insurance, LLC, how to name my business, what colors do I pick, whatever, please take that course. It is online. It's easy to do. And you get great, super fun tips and tricks like that for myself. And it is available if you would like to do it. It is business starter at MagnaWavePEMF.com. I will also be having my business builder course in the fall. More information on that to come, which is a lot more in depth. So business starter at MagnaWavePMF.com. Perfect segue. Okay.
There you go. Since the new pet mat won't fit in the mat guard, can I use the large loop in the mat guard and get similar results? The answer is yes. You can put
just be careful, because it's not as sturdy.
It's not as sturdy to do that. What I did, what I've done over the years, if I'm treating a dog's legs, or I want to use the mat, or I'm treating a horse's feet and ankles, and I want to use the mat, and I didn't have a mat. We didn't have mats. What I would do is put the large loop on the ground and put the hoof in the middle of the large loop. They wouldn't feel a thing. I could turn it all the way up, and you'd be getting a lot of energy up into the hoof and the knee and the ankle of the horse going up, and just put the hoof in the middle. Bingo, you got it. You don't have to go into the mat to do that.
Dad, what is the strongest point of the PMF inside the large loop?
The strong is in the center.
Right in the center, right where my nose is.
Comes out like a fountain.
So don't get the mat guard, man. Just put the hoof in the middle of the circle. You don't need it. Again, I'm telling people not to buy things. Opposite of what I should. I know. But seriously, you don't need it. Okay. Doug asks a very unique question. He says, I have the Soul Pro full body mat and Zoom paddle. I'd like a more powerful machine that is digital. Listen to this. Are you going to manufacture a powerful machine? Or is it Semi-10 the most powerful digital as you intend to provide? If coming out with a new digital machine, what is your timeline? Pat, you want to answer that?
What's right now? We have a more powerful digital machine today, being the Maya Pro. And
the Maya Pro is available right now. Correct. We are shipping in May, if not sooner. You could go ahead and order today. We have 6 months, same as cash. Go check it out. $19,950. It is by far the strongest most portable digital machine on the market. You will love it. We have financing options available. Check it out. MagnaWavePMF.com. Click on the Maya. Fill out the form, and your product specialist will get back to you, or just contact your product specialist. If you want one of these machines, I believe we have already sold 30 of them, I'm going to say. So they are out there. We are shipping in May. We are manufacturing now. They are amazing. Do I have a Maya Pro?
Where is a Maya Pro? I have a Maya Pro.
Is that the Maya Pro right there? We look at it. It should have it on the front. No, the other one, to the other one. That one? Not in the briefcase. Maya Pro. Yeah, can I hold it?
She's trying to find the Maya Pro, but it's
there it is. Look how light it is.
There you go.
Look how not strong I am. Look how light it is. Look at that. That is amazing. Okay. I'm just going to say we have competitors, and they have digital machines, and they cost $12,000 more than this, and they weigh 80 pounds and come on little baby wheels, and you cannot pick them up, and you cannot go anywhere. And look at this bad boy. Look at it.
There it is.
It's awesome. I love this machine. So I'm shooting videos on it today after this wonderful video. So Yeah, the Maya Pro is great. There you go.
User is concerned about they might step on the coil. That is correct. I mean, you have to be careful if you're going to put the loop on the ground. Someone was talking about to use the large wave wings and open them up and stand the front legs and the back legs in the loops and get great results. You can do that, but you have to be careful because they can step on the coil. Now I'll tell you, if it's on hay or on dirt, I mean, they'd stomp on the coil or to actually hurt the coil or do something, but it's advisable that they don't step on the coil. So they're 1,000 pounds and it can cause some damage or cause some wear that will eventually cause a problem. So
yeah, but I would say that that's rare. I mean, most of the time they don't really move around. They're pretty aware of themselves and it feels good. So yes, if they step on the coil, you do have a 6-month warranty. If something happens, let us know. I mean, but I would say it is a risk that you take, but you're going to get a better setting, a stronger setting without going through there. And it's, I mean, geez Louise, we've been doing it for 20 years and maybe we've had 3 coils that have had a problem. So I wouldn't worry about it. Right? They can step on the coil when you're just doing sessions, you know, with the lead. So
yeah, I mean, it can step on the lead, but you're right. We've had very few times that has happened. We've actually had more problems where people put their coil in the trunk of their car and they leave it in there and it's 125 or 130 degrees in the trunk and the wires become a little brittle and things change and all of a sudden their coil breaks. So that can happen as well. So, you know, you do have to just be careful. You know, I try to be careful when I open my car door so I don't knock everything and beat the car door to pieces, you know.
Yeah, coffee's hot too. Be careful with that as well. So, I mean, but really, I'm not joking on you at all. Just be careful. I promise you it's a great result. You don't need to spend the money. Just try it for a while. If you feel like your coil is getting damaged, then get one. But I really feel like I wouldn't worry about it. Okay, we had somebody else say we have online recertification options without the conference this year. This isn't okay. Will you reach out to us or do we need to contact the office? We will reach out to you. Please whitelist our email address, especially education@magnawavepmf.com. If you haven't, that means it always goes into your email. No matter how much we try, when you send a mass email list to people, it's going to just go to promotions or something. So please make sure that you have education@magnawavepmf.com whitelisted as a trusted person to get information from. And yes, we will reach out to you, Alicia. And if you haven't already, please go check out the video that I did last week, I believe, on dynamic PMF and movement. We will post that maybe in the comments. Somebody can put that in the comments. And it is a fantastic webinar that we did about movement on small animals. If you are interested in using PMF while the animal is moving, check it out. But that is a little bitty taste of what your recertification is going to be like. So we'll reach out to you. There will be fantastic education and you will love it. So we're working very hard on that right now. But that video is kind of in the vein. We brushed over a very important topic about using movement and PMF, which may be a hint to some of the content that you are going to get in your recertification course. Okay.
What is the output difference between the Maya Pro and the Julian Duo? They're very similar.
Yep. Well, each Julian Duo machine, it has the same strength. So like this machine, this side of the Julian Duo is as strong as the Maya Pro, about the same as the Maya Pro. And this one is too. And we're talking negligible amounts. I believe the Maya Pro, just because it's digital, is maybe a little bit less. And again, it feels different. The Julian is sharper, like we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast. And the digital is, a little bit more rounded, like Pat explained at the beginning. So it does feel different, but the Gauss amounts are very similar. Yeah. So I love the Maya Pro. Honestly, it's chef's kiss.
So what are the low and high temperatures if the coils are left in a vehicle? Leslie asked the question. Well, it's the time. I mean, you'd have the same situation if you put it in a box at the stall and it's 100 degrees in that box and it sits in there for 3 or 4 months. You could have some deterioration. I'm not going to say you are going to have deterioration, but you could have some deterioration of the wire because of the heat. Cold is not so much of an issue, except that if something's frozen, you put a coil in a car or outside and it becomes so cold that it's brittle, you could break it by simply moving it. So You can have your coils in your cars overnight in freezing temperatures. Just let them warm up a little bit before you go to use them. If you have them in your coil and in your car and you pull them out and it's very hot in the trunk, let it just be cool a little bit, just so it doesn't, just let it be an ambient temperature. You're fine. There is no magic high level of heat that will all of a sudden cause the coil to deteriorate. It's just a situation that can occur if it's in for a long period of time.
Yeah, you just don't want to, anything that's too much is too much, right? So you just don't want to put anything, in it avoid too long. You just don't want it in the heat too long, cold too long. Just bring them in at night, man. Just bring them in, because can I tell you how many machines have been stolen from cars? I would say dozens. I'm not even lying. Dozens. People know what this equipment is. People are breaking into cars at a record rate in this country and all around the world. Please do not leave your MagnaWave and your coils in your car, and especially have insurance on your equipment. Put it on your homeowners. If you run a business, get specific business insurance. We always try to assist you all if your machines are stolen. We have a list that we run. We locate, we check eBay for you all the time. We want to mark your serial number in case it comes back in. But, please don't leave them in your car. Please, especially overnight. Tanya says, I want the bigger machine, but I know I actually don't need it. Boo-hoo for me. I love it. That's great. Let's see. So the link is there for the webinar that we did last week. Maureen says, can I do my recertification at any time during the year, or do I need to wait for my anniversary? Maureen, once we post it, you could do it. So once we launch it, you can do it. We'll let everybody know. That you'll know that you're up this year. You'll get notified that you're up this year. Here's the recertification, and you'll be able to take it. You just want to wait. You don't want to go past your anniversary and lose all of your stuff. And a lot of people ask us that. Why do you make people get recertified? Because we are a legitimate training company, and we believe that you having the best education possible is how you're going to be successful. We take pride in our equipment and our training over any other company in the world. I promise you that when it comes to PMF, no one is educating more people at a better rate with actual information than us. The only place that's even coming close is the AOPP, and I encourage you to join them as well. But I really feel like it is important for us, for our practitioners, to know the most, and we want you to use our name. MagnaWave is a trademark. It's something my dad worked very, very hard to create and to earn, and we want to keep that name out there. We want our practitioners who have that name to have the best education and be saying the right things at all the time. So if you don't get certified, then you really lose the access to continue to use that trademark in your marketing, and you lose all of the bonuses of the discounts and the portal and the app and all the great things. We work hard for that. We want you to keep up with what's going on. That's pride. We take pride.
Well, and it gives you credibility. If someone takes, I've been out of college for 30 years, but yet I continue to read, I continue to study, and continue to do things. And people want to know that. That's why I've written some books, because people want to see that you're continuing to try to excel at what you're doing. And so if you're recertified and you can talk about it and have your stickers and do that stuff, people are going to believe in what you're doing. And it's all about credibility. It's all about authority that you have. And so that's one of the reasons and things change. We add things, just like the dynamic movement with PEMF. We didn't do that. We did it. We didn't know we were doing it. And
exactly.
So how many things we learned as we just treated animals along the way. When we got into the sacral area, it just, let's treat the sacrum. And look, we can go so deep with this coil. We get way deep into the body that people weren't doing. And all of a sudden, wow, what a change.
Okay, you're right. And the more we learn from you all, and the more we learn while we're out doing things, we want to share with you. So that's why it's so important. Wendy, your question about the 5-minute increments on the Maya Pro. No, you cannot, but I will work on creating some sort of programming for that. So we will work on that, because that's great feedback. And we'll see if we can get that programming. And then when your machine comes in for any type of service, I'll see if I can get it updated. I like that it should be able to do that. So I thank you for your feedback there. Okay. Leilani said she is doing a lucky winner, a $295 bottle of Gold Wowie Equine CBD as a MagnaWave partner. It was posted in the newsletter and in the CP portal. Okay, are you giving that away today? On office
Yeah,
hours?
I forgot about that.
Okay, great. Well, I was about to say, Dad, you shouldn't. Somebody, we are giving it away today. I think that's excellent. Why don't we just do 2 of them and MagnaWave will buy one? So we'll do 2.
Okay.
So you give yours away, and then MagnaWave will buy a second one. So if you are on this, you're gonna win. You're commenting, then we'll give those away. Thank you, Leilani, for reminding us. Listing the Gauss of each machine back onto the website. Are you going to put the machine comparison chart listing the Gauss of each machine back on the website? Leslie, yes. I don't know if you all know this, but we are redoing and updating our entire line of machines with very sleek look. The sole is gone now. We are not manufacturing any more soles. And there's a couple other changes that are coming down the pipeline. And when those changes are done, that Gauss chart will be back up and running. But right now, with us, everything in flux, it doesn't make sense to keep it up there because we would have to be changing it as we go through, and there's differences happening. So that Gauss chart will be finalized and pushed with all of the changes on it on the new website here in the next few weeks. Let's see. I think that's it. One thing I do want to say, if you are a practitioner, and I want all of you all to look at me like this, okay? If you are a MagnaWave practitioner, I'm talking to you, okay? I need you to go into the PMF, the practitioner portal on MagnaWavePMF.com, okay? And if you are on the map, go check the map, see if you're on the map, make sure your information is correct. We are sending you free leads. We are sending you free leads. We are sending you free leads. As a business owner, I don't know if any of y'all realize how hard and how expensive it can be to get a lead. So if you are not on that map, we have literally hundreds of people filling out the form on that map every day looking for practitioners. So please don't miss this. And if you are on there, please, if you are one of those people who doesn't answer local calls that call you because you don't have them saved in your phone, stop it. You are a practitioner now, and you need to answer those phone calls. Every phone call, answer it, because if it's a spam, you can just hang up. But we have so many times people are, oh, well, I didn't know that it was somebody calling for a treatment, and I didn't check my voicemail, and these people are calling us like these people don't answer because you screen your calls. So please understand that you are probably getting more leads. Check your email, check your spam, check your voicemail, and answer your phone every single day. I promise you, we are working so hard. We are spending lots of money to be first on Google over every other PMF company, and we want you to benefit from it.
Perfect.
Okay, that's my TED Talk. Thank you for coming. Sticker contest giveaway, because I got like 4 minutes left. So why don't we show the winner sticker contest? We did a sticker contest on who could decorate their machine the best. Tony, if you could show that now. Yay. I love it. I love that she put all of her stuff on there. So the winner is Suzanne Wheeler. Congratulations. You are the winner. You decorated your machine so great. And you get a new LZR. You win an LZR. Yay. We will get that shipped out to you this week. Congratulations. And the reason that we did that is, we have these really, really cool stickers. If you are in the MagnaWave office for hands-on training, all of our computers are decorated with these stickers. They're awesome. Our graphic designer, Chris Burkhardt, is, again, chef's kiss. He's amazing. He created all these. Look at him. Go all the way with MagnaWave, move on to better health. They're just really cool. They're hip. They're in style. It's what the kids are talking about. But there's different packages here that there's, I think, 5 or 6 in each package, and you can get them in the practitioner portal and put them on your machine. There's a little, look at that Soul Pro. It looks different. Wonder why. So there's some really cool stuff there. Get yourself some stickers, decorate your bag. I don't know. We just thought they were super fun. Chris came up with them. I love them. I sticker everything. Okay, but congratulations.
We got to give away the Gold Wowie.
Oh yeah, Gold Wowie winner. Okay, Dad, pick 2 numbers.
Oh my. Okay. 47.
47.
And 15.
47 and 15. Okay, so Meredith or Tony or Grace or someone who is watching this in marketing, please count out 47 and 15 comments and let us know. Now, again, as I always say, if you, Gold Wowie is the best CBD in the world. And that's amazing. It's true, right, Dad? You love it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I love it, and I've used all different types of CBDs. We have actually been, CBD people have come to us to get us to recommend their products, and we've tried them. And Gold Wowie is by far the best, the most superior. They have human and equine, and maybe even small animal. I don't know. I don't want to. Sorry, Leilani.
Yeah, she has the animal version, and what they did that I like so much that people wouldn't do for years is they really came up with a dosage chart and how to dose, when to dose, what to use, that a lot of people just say, well, just use it and experiment. Leilani has taken it to the next step, and we're glad to be
so
here.
We're giving away 2 bottles, one donated by Leilani, one donated by MagnaWave of the equine version of CBD. We will get those names here in a second. Someone said we cannot go back to the map to make changes. I'm on the map, but need to make changes. If you are on the map, go to the practitioner portal and log in. Not on the map itself. Go to the practitioner portal. It's in the up here right-hand corner. And then log in there, and there's an area, it's like my account, and that's where you update it. You have to be logged into the website under your portal to change it. You can't just change it on there, or anybody would be able to change your listing, and we don't want that to happen. So go in and log in there to make those changes.
Okay. Do we have a winner?
Hold on. No.
Somebody asked a question, can they ship the CBD to Canada? That's a question for Leilani. Maybe she can tell us.
I don't know. Okay. I'm waiting for the winners. I'm waiting. I don't have them yet. Whenever someone gives me the winners, I will tell you. Goldwowie.com. They offer a discount, MagnaWave 20. So use MagnaWave, capital M, capital W, 20, all one word, to get the discount, to try the product with the CP discount code. Okay, our winners are Clint Darden, yay, and Joanne Vogel McGelvery. I always mess her name up. Joanne Vogel McGelvery and Clint Darden, congratulations. You are the winner of the CBD. Leilani, we will get you those names today so that you know where they are and some contact information. If you have not, I know we have Joanne's, Clint, I'm sure we have your information too. If we don't have your information, your contact information, please email us at support@magnawavepmf.com. So Clint and Joanne, we want to make sure we have your most up-to-date shipping address so that we can pass that on to Gold Wowie and get that shipped to you. Support@magnawavepmf.com if you just won and we do not have your contact information. Yay! Are you going to run?
And you have to go. Elaine has to go.
I got stuff to do. Are you going to run any specials on the LZR? Not right this moment. Not right now. Not that we have planned in the future. We don't run very many sales, you guys. Very, very rarely. And then did you see a response from Leilani? No?
Yes, she said, I think.
About the Canada thing?
Yes, cannot ship to Canada. No, unfortunately. I presume that's Leilani.
I'm so sorry. Hopefully Clint and Joanne are not in Canada. If either of you are, we can replace with some C60 or HydroWave or something like that. All right. Okay. I gotta go. I have like meetings and things to go to, you know.
And you have a meeting with me in
an hour. I'm a really important person. I got to meet with Pat in an hour. So I have like so much to do, but I think we could just wrap it up. I think that's it. That's it. Go get.
There you go, folks. Thanks for being here. Here we go. Thanks for being here. Wave on to better health. Go all the way with MagnaWave. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.